in the last episode of Clocking In Before Daylight.
Basically what we're gonna do is hang out for a little bit, eat some breakfast, and then this afternoon we're gonna go hunt the timber and shoot a bunch of ducks. How old is he? 3. He's a walrus pup, right?
We just woke up from our naps. It is 1:07. We're about to do a little lunch, and then it's go time. The dog that just got here, it's a wild rose dog, which is where we're headed tomorrow. But it's still freezing. I think it's 25 degrees outside. The wind's probably blowing 25 miles an hour out of the north still. So everything should be great, but we'll see.
We've been watching ducks in that field all day long, getting up, sitting back down and everything, and just finished up some lunch. And now we're heading out to hunt. We were gonna hunt, I think, some timber, but looks like the conditions are gonna be better for one of their pits. So we're gonna be hunting out of a pit again, which will be a whole lot of fun. And based on what we've seen all morning, should be solid.
It was one of those mornings where the cold just hits you fast. The kind of cold that hits your hands and face as soon as you step outside and never really goes away. Steven Stock, Sammy's owner, made sure Sammy had his vest on and was ready for the day. You could see him shaking, but he definitely wasn't just cold. He was excited. He knew where we were headed. We got in the Can-Am and ran across the field to the first spot, running through about a foot of water just to break the ice and open things up. This was the first morning the water we were hunting over had frozen solid, and it wasn't just water.
Oh, that's nuts.
That's crazy. Everything around us was locked up, so we had to free the spot up a little bit. But the birds were far from frozen. Birds were moving everywhere, flying over us as we set the decoys, and it seemed like it was going to be crazy. Every one of us could tell what was about to happen. Standing there watching the sky and listening to wings pass as we let everybody get ready and we settled into the blind. Felt like it might turn into one of the best ones we'd ever had.
I suppose when folks talk about clouds of ducks, that's what they're referring to, huh?
Got him from Tom down at Wild Rose. He's from being a good dog. He'd been hunting him pretty much since he was a year and this is his second full season. But yeah, he's got a knack for it. Loves to get after him. He's still learning. We hunt a lot of corn, so he's having to rely on his nose a lot. When you hunting this corn, it's tough on a dog, but I've seen a lot of improvement on him this year, just kind of getting mature. Yeah, he's been good. He's been good. He's my buddy. He's great in the blind. So, several more good years to come out of him. He's had a lot of opportunities to retrieve a lot of ducks. So, he's had a pretty busy 2 full seasons already. Get stuck right here. Get them. Better get loaded.
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling cold. Not bad though. Being in the pit helps. The wind is right at our back, which will be awesome. So the ducks should be landing just right directly into us, which will make for some really good shooting. I don't think that there's anything you could draw up that would be better. This is actually the perfect scenario, I believe. So, very optimistic.
From the looks of it, it's looked pretty good. Okay, bouncing through that ice. I thought I saw 3 go down. Kill it, kill it, kill it. Kill it.
I've never been in a position where there are like so many ducks to watch. I can't figure out which ones to keep track of. Because I see some, I'm like, oh, they might come in, and I see some others like, oh, they might do it. Since we got out here, there hasn't been a moment where there weren't birds in the air.
Birds have been flying this whole time. At any given point, there are, dozens of birds in the air this whole time. But it's like when they run over the edge in front of us, like the edge of the corn in front, like the edge of the opening that we have in front of the hole. They get to that point and they kind of pull off and keep on going. There are thousands of ducks in this field nesting elsewhere, and so I think maybe they're just going to see the others and they kind of figure out where to go. But I think that we've killed 2 or 3 so far. Maybe probably more than that. There are some still out there that we hadn't picked up yet. But yeah, tons of ducks around. They're just being real hesitant.
Like this. Kill him. How we feel?
How many ducks did we kill? 8?
8, I think. Oh, I think we killed 10 and 2 dove under the ice. Dude, that was crazy. And I bet there were never, for 3.5 hours, there was never a point where I couldn't lay my eyes on 25.
Yeah.
In the air.
There were always ducks, and I've never seen it like that. And it was like I couldn't figure out which ones to watch because so many different groups of like 3 or 2 or 10 looked like they were going to come in, and I couldn't figure out which ones to keep an eye on.
Also, we started off, like, I didn't even have my gun out of the case, really.
Oh, yeah.
And a group of 30 teal just lit into the spread. So none of us were ready at all. We stood up, shot, killed 3, and I was like, all right, here we go.
When that happened, I was like, oh, it's going to get nuts. And like
it just never did.
I don't know, because on the one hand, would have assumed that we would have killed more ducks when there are 15,000 ducks in the field with us. But the thing about it is, like, our decoy spread isn't as enticing with so many other ducks in the field as it would be if there weren't any.
I bet we watched over the course of 3 hours, 300 or 400. Gosh.
Yeah, like 300 or 400 landing.
Within 100 yards of us.
Yeah, like 80 to 100 yards away, right there.
Like right behind where the corn started. They probably landed 30 yards beyond the corn. And they would, I learned to stop getting excited. They would come around the corner and look at us, cupped up. Every single duck.
And then when they hit the edge of corn, they
Hit a right.
Yeah.
And then sit down.
Yeah. I kept thinking like, man, I want everyone to see this.
Yeah.
Like I want.
When I'm telling people how insane it was, and they go, how many did you kill? And I say, 8.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah. And it's like, this is one of those where I'm like, I've got to tell my dad about this one.
Yeah.
I think that there's a substantial possibility, over a 50% chance that I never see that many ducks like that again in my life.
At least not with a gun in my hand. Like,
yeah, and
not
in the field with me.
Yeah.
You know, like I've seen that number of ducks from
I see
a few hundred yards away.
300 out that window flying right now, together in a group. They just passed. Yeah.
Oh. I mean, that's nuts.
Yeah. That was awesome.
Yeah.
I just wish we had killed more ducks.
Yeah.
But it was great.
I wish this trip was like 2 weeks and we didn't have to hit the road right now.
I know.
And could like stay here for another day or two.
I think if we could stay here for another day or two, we would get on at some point one of the best hunts of our life.
Yeah. When I'm asked what was the best hunt of your life, that's in the conversation of hunts that I would talk about.
Yeah. It's crazy.
We've got a little over an hour drive ahead of us. It's 3:49 a.m., which is why we're all looking like we're very tired, and that's because we are very tired. Yeah, we planned on us getting a great sleep routine. We'll be going to bed 7, 8 o'clock. And we didn't take into account reality, among other things, and didn't realize that we would be driving most nights until about 10. That's a lesson learned. Basically what we have going on today is we'll be hunting. I actually don't really know what the setup's going to look like exactly. I think we're going to be sitting in some tall grass, and that's kind of the information that I have. After we hunt, we're going to come back to Oxford. We're going to go by Wild Rose and see Tom, and let y'all see some of the grounds, the kind of his training facility there. It's really awesome. And think we will be taking naps here, doing some laundry, and then heading further south to see Ben Moss in Madison, Mississippi. So quick update. We got about halfway to where we were going, and Brent said, hey, check that box for the key, the boat key. And Luke checked the box, and there was no boat key. And he said, if it's not in that box, it's in my backpack. And the backpack is back in Oxford. And so we are going to be late pretty substantially. We're not going to blame Brent for it. We're hoping to meet these guys at 5:20. And so we will be meeting them at 6:45. We probably won't get back to seeing them before shooting light. And so we'll be late getting in there. There's a chance that we miss out on like the morning flight, but we're gonna drive fast and make the most of it.
Another morning, this time in Clarksdale, Mississippi. Same story as the days before, just with a chance for a different ending. It was cold again, and the boat ride across the river sure didn't help. You could feel the cold through every layer. It didn't really matter how many clothes you had on. We weren't really talking. We were a little mad from the boat key incident and some battery issues that morning. Shooting light was an hour behind us, but the morning was still slow and quiet. Nacho seemed just fine though. Standing at the edge of the boat, he was calm and steady, and he was exactly where he was supposed to be. We pushed through ice the whole way to get to the spot, letting the gator tail do the work. By the time we pulled in, we realized what the situation would be. It looked like we'd be tucked in some sawgrass. And as we learned from grabbing that grass a couple times, we know why it's called sawgrass. We realized we'd be hunting off a point, on the edge of the river, and we started getting things set up. That was crazy. We just broke ice for like 30 minutes to travel 3/4 of a mile. It's really cold. It's really muddy. And we're an hour and a half late. Standing there in the cold and quiet, kind of mad from what had happened that morning, all you could really do was hope that the birds would show up. We saw a few birds that morning, never really a shot we felt good about. And this was the first hunt of the trip without a bird to show for it. The lack of sleep was finally starting to catch up with us, and you could feel it in the boat and on the way back. What you can't tell in these videos is how little sleep we're getting and how long we've been on the road. So we headed back to the ramp and called it what it was. One of those mornings that doesn't give you much, but still takes a lot out of you. After a hunt like that, there's only one thing that really made sense for us to do next. If you don't shoot ducks, you eat cheap Mexican.
Everybody, Tom Smith, Wild Rose Kennels, Oxford, Mississippi. I'm excited to have the Gunner boys here to tour them around the property and show them all the things we do with our British labs.
I might be
They have to name each litter. All the dogs have to start off with the same first letter. So, like, if you're a kennel, you start off with A1, B1, C1, then you go to A2, B2, and you'll have to tell, like, I got 2 imports in, Nacho and Nuthatch.
Nuthatch?
Yeah, that's Ireland. Over here is just a confidence building area, steps, ramps, a little duck blind where they have to navigate a ramp with a 90. The steps don't have backers on them. They don't like to go up things they can see through. So if they'll go up steps without backers, they'll go up steps with backers. And some of the imports we get in have never seen steps.
Right.
Because they've just been in a pen there.
That is crazy.
They're just working dogs.
We spent an hour or so at the kennel, just petting dogs, seeing the grounds, and catching up with Tom on how both of our hunting seasons had gone so far. Wild Rose is also one of our partners that sells our products, so we popped over to the store to check out the display and see what was going on in the shop.
The only thing it doesn't show, it shows the Bahamas and Grand Caymans, but we got dogs in Peru, Bolivia, Brazil, and Thailand
wow.
too.
That's incredible.
And several places in Mexico.
We got a bunch in Seattle.
Mm-hmm. We do.
All right, we are wrapping up the 6 of the 8 ducks from yesterday. As we talk about this hunt where we killed 0.
The key was forgotten this morning.
I don't know what was said. We were 35 minutes into an hour and 10-minute drive. Either Luke or Holly said something about the boat or about a key, and I had an epiphany. Uh-oh, the key is in my backpack, still at the house. So thankfully, I realized it when I did. Had we realized it once we got there, I would have been way more embarrassed. But we hit a quick turnaround, called Blake, let him know what had happened, that we would be late. We weren't horribly late. I think we got to the boat ramp at 6:35. Shooting light was 6:25 roughly. So anyway, we got to where we were hunting by about 7:20, and we got like settled and ready to shoot probably like a little before 8. So we were late. Had we not missed the morning flight, I think we probably would have shot some ducks. I mean, for a hunt with 0 birds and all the mishaps we had, I still had a good time. It wasn't stellar, but it wasn't horrible for a skunk.
Got a quick Mexican lunch. We are back home now, finishing breasting out these birds. We're gonna do laundry because we've been wearing the same clothes since Thursday morning.
For context, it's Monday, and I'm wearing 4-day-old base layers.
It'll be good to be clean. After we do that, we're gonna get some supper,
and then hit the road south to hunt with our buddy Ben Moss. He lives in Madison, not quite sure where exactly we're hunting, but it'll be in that ballpark. Plan to be there for 2 or 3 days. We talked to him on the phone just a little bit ago. He hadn't had a chance to do any scouting, so we're gonna go in a little bit blind there, which is okay. Maybe the birds are ahead of us, and so they're already there now. Seems that we've been like a day behind a little bit.
The pit or...
Good, how are you doing? I'm gonna go.
Hey, real quick.
All right, we're done. We'll wrap it up.
You too, I'll see ya.
Dang, dude! I wish you knew how excited I was.
I feel really good.
You look like you're about to cry.